everyone, William here. I just had another great conversation with another guest. Would you like to come in and listen in on the conversation we had? By the way, feel free to share it with anyone you feel may find it of interest. Come on, let's go listen in now. Barb and Lorna, welcome to my studio.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you so much for coming in, and it was a real pleasure meeting you on the street and how this all came about. And I'm really anxious to hear about Shake It Up and some of the other things that you're doing with your time for the community.
Well, when I met you on the street, I was included on the street by one of the retail shops. She allowed me to be in front of her store, and I was happy to see all that went on Ottawa Street and the amount of people that went down. So it gave me an opportunity to talk about Shake It Up. Shake It Up is a nonpartisan social evening introducing the 2014-2015 as well election politicians in the city of Hamilton. It's going to be at the Sheraton Hotel on May 22nd, next Thursday. The doors open at 5:30 and it's a buffet dinner at 6. And the intention of it was to have a social evening with the politicians, that we could be with them, in a social environment at the Sheraton, not far from City Hall, and feel comfortable enough to maybe eat with them, dance with them, sing with them, a Zumba with them, just have a real fun evening.
So make it casual.
It's very casual. So definitely it was an inspiration between my friend Lorna Moreau and myself. And actually Lorna stands up for a group called the EastEnders Association.
Okay.
And the group that I stand with is We Raise Our Community's Kindness, which is We Rock, which initially started out being a group that was involved socially with grandparents and individuals raising family members. So, and we both happened to be raising our grandchildren, and got to know each other through those organizations. And together we are very committed to the community. As far as Lauren is very involved with the environment, and she holds a banner high calling attention to the environment as far as industry, and attends a lot of meetings in that way, and I'll pass it to her on that. But I'll just quickly just say that as far as We Raise Our Community's Kindness, I was involved in a project of teaching children how to sew, and just studying that story. What do kids need? What is it that they'd like? And it came about that the skill building piece of learning how to sew was very important, because they all love fashion and design. So we had to start there, and just listening to their conversations and about being in an environment where the children and their families are dealing with low income, and proposing the idea to them that they're rich. And how would they be rich? And it would be through the environment, reduce, reuse, recycle, which they're taught at school. And I often ask them, the very shirt that they're wearing, would you be wearing it when you're 18? And, oh no, I'll be bigger. And I said, well, that shirt has memories in it. You know, you wore it. Maybe it can be changed into something else when you're through using it. So conversations quite like that, sort of instilling the idea in them that they are beautiful, I believe in them, and that, you know, we're counting on them, and their families are counting on them to lead the parade in the future. And so, you know, this is an area that they could actually participate and give me their thoughts, and they come up with great and wonderful thoughts. So this is where we're coming from.
So with the clothing and the sewing and whatnot, is it an area? Is there a place where you meet with these clothing and you make them into a blanket, or you make them into something other than what they currently are?
Yes, definitely. I started off on Wentworth Street because it was identified, but now am through Kathy Weaver, taught mums and their kids together with sewing machines, and the other aspect of the program is that half of it is a tea party,
Okay.
and we teach and role model good manners and behavior, and as far as caring about their neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
And so whatever is on the table, we have to share it out. And so it's made them very aware of each other and only saying positive things to each other. And then it's developed now into the last 2 years being a participant in the WAVE program, which is out of Kathy Weaver and Pinky Lewis. And we actually have the sewing room over at Mission Services, and it's all located, there's only a parking lot between all these buildings on Wentworth Street.
Pretty good.
So initially it was just learning to hand sew, and they started talking about, we know it as thread, they were saying it's string, and you know, varying things. So they started to learn some of the words that, you know, are to do with sewing.
Okay.
And we started making little projects, and one of them being taking old ties and turning them into purses. You know, one of the themes are we love hearts, so we take felt and we make them into all kinds of little things. But then we saw the need that the girls were wanting to learn on sewing machines, and I was able to get 10 sewing machines and 2 sewing teachers from the Sasha Multicultural Women's Sewing Circle, and they participate in teaching them on the machines.
Brilliant. It's amazing when you start something, how the people tend to show up at these things. They're there, and then once you create an awareness, all of a sudden these other people want to get involved and want to participate, because everybody likes to feel good.
Well, at the same time, it's an interesting partnership now, because I can support their program. They've extended themselves from the Y now to St. Peter's Harp on Main Street, and I was able to share the machines and bring them up there.
Oh, very
so we're sharing each other's abilities and the skills, and these women are wonderful women that can teach adult women of different languages, not knowing how to speak English, but they can demonstrate, not knowing how to sew a thing, to actually sewing in 8 weeks, tops and pants and aprons and whatever. And likewise, these women adapted very easily to the children, because they showed them how to do it, and the children really grew into that, because the women showed how much they love them and love what they do.
Yeah, that's great.
Yes.
Very good. Yeah, well, that's a great thing that you're doing for the community. I'm sure that it brings you a lot of joy as well.
Oh, tremendous joy. I love working with kids.
So Lorna, I just, what is the East Enders?
We were disillusioned with what was going on in regards to certain things. So there's lots of money around, and it doesn't trickle down to actually affect the residents. So we thought that we would start the East Enders, and like Barbara, she does all this on her own. I do everything on my own. We don't get funding. We have had support, different types of support, but we don't owe anybody anything. We just do it, and
then you can always do it your own way.
We can do it our own way. There's no stipulations with it.
Sure.
We don't owe anybody anything. So that's the way I feel. I don't know anybody, so I can say and do what I want.
Yeah. So what kind of initiative is it, like typically?
What we try to, we'd like to bring Kenilworth Avenue up. Also, too, there was a chap on Barton Street that had problems with his water meter and a business, and didn't have much luck, so he knew I was involved, we were involved, so called and we helped him get you know, his water meter. So if there's a problem, people come to us because they know that we're out and about, and we know a lot of things that are going on, so we can point them in the right direction.
So do you have a website or an email address or a phone number where people can contact you?
We do.
Okay, very good. And what is it?
We're on Facebook, actually. I find
Facebook?
that that works now, the EastEnders.
very
We
good.
did have a blog. We still do have a blog.
Okay, very good.
With
I'll make
the
sure that I put it up
EastEnders.
at the end as well.
With the
as,
EastEnders. And then if
Rock.
you want to call, it's 905-545-9533.
Okay, good. I'll make sure that I put that information up on the end of it, and I look forward to seeing you both at Shake It Up.
Oh, we're
Great.
going to have a
Promise to
great
be
And
good.
thanks so much.
Well, there is a small fee, right? There's $35 for your
$35.
dinner, and $5
Yes.
goes towards taking and putting one of the children into Camp Minyo.
Minyo-wee.
Minyo-wee.
Yes, it's
Okay.
up in Muskoka, and I've gone the last 9 years as a volunteer cook. And this year we're really trying to support 20 kids getting there from our area.
Okay.
Yes,
And,
All right,
and
so hopefully this event will,
Yeah.
you'll be able to achieve that.
we're
it-
hoping for
Yeah.
that.
so
yes.
a lot of people fall through the cracks.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I admire about Barbara, is that
You guys
she
are the
reaches
safety net
those.
trying to catch them, eh?
She reaches those people.
Very good.
Yes, she does.
That's awesome. Well, it's a real pleasure meeting both of you and getting to know both of you pre-video interview as well. And I look forward to more conversations.
Well, that's
Anytime.
great, and thank you for coming to
Yes.
Shake It Up.
Oh, well, I look forward to it. I'll be there covering the event, and hopefully we can talk to some of the public and a lot of the
Oh, that's super.
the candidates for the election and get some feedback from them. It'll be great.
And I would like to say that I'm very happy that you're here, because what we need in Hamilton is more people standing up and speaking the truth.
Yeah, well, thank you very much.
Join us. Catch the bug.